stuck on me.
Mad. The police, I don't know what's going on in it. You get me? Like, you're nicking innocent guys, innit?
I'm just a hood, you innit? So don't hate on me. Like, I'm just from the hood. Like, I'm actually from the dirty block. So
how has this guy ended up back in jail after becoming a millionaire in the rap game?
How much money was generated?
Over £1 million was generated in 18 months.
People are saying there's a chance that DigDat is actually innocent and could be home sooner than we thought. DigDat is going to be going on trial next month in February for some very serious charges, including the attempted murder of a man in Notting Hill in November 2023, possession of a firearm with intent to endanger life, and possession of 3 9mm caliber bullets without a certificate. His story is crazy because we can go all the way back. 26th of July, an article comes out saying a 13-year-old boy has been jailed for a decade after stabbing another youngster 3 times outside of a youth club in Ladywell. It said his 14-year-old victim will be on antibiotics for the rest of his life following a knife attack in the local area. The young attacker couldn't be named for legal reasons and denied a charge of attempted murder then, but was found guilty at Woolwich Crown Court. He was jailed at the Old Bailey and was told he would spend a minimum of 5 years in a youth offenders institute before being considered for release or license, which will be for the last years of his sentence. This was a graphic situation. The boy was rushed to hospital suffering 3 separate stab wounds, including one to his chest. His attacker was arrested the next day along with 2 other youths who were later released without charge. And this situation was DigDat. At 13, he was involved in this graphic situation and was facing a 10-year sentence at that age. It was said in this article, if the youth workers local hadn't come to the aid helping that boy, he may have possibly died. The boy, being DigDat, who was sentenced that day for attempted murder at the time, did not think about the long-term impact of his behaviour or what it would do to the victim's life or his own life. 5 years later, DigDat comes out and decides to pursue a music career and had serious talent. And with Bouncer just coming out of prison as well, a person that wanted to be a manager in the industry, having links to Krept and Conan, it was the perfect fit.
Like, DigDat going into the studio, and obviously me, DigDat and his brother, it was just the journey. Okay, let's see what the outcome is.
Although Bouncer didn't have a lot of experience in the music industry, he was building the right connections and keeping DigDat on a steady path. He was a mastermind behind a lot of the good moves with DigDat, that is no doubt, despite what you think of it.
All he had to do is focus on his talent. Just focus on your talent, I'll do the rest.
And when you say infrastructure, break down infrastructure.
Mapping out the tracks that he had, like just positioning them, looking at the tracks, which was the strongest,
how to roll it out,
get the right features, when to do what, invest in the right things, just making sure that he had a good team. Like,
they went for extreme quality over quantity and was putting out the right songs and getting the right collabs like D Block Europe, H, and he was blowing up. DigDat's song Air Force actually entered the UK singles chart at 93 in September 2018, and after the release of a remix with Krept and Conan and K-Trap, it re-entered the chart and peaked at number 20 in December 2018, making it the first time a UK drill rapper had cracked the top 20 in the UK singles chart. Krept had said an effing drill song just went top 20. This was so important, game changing. This one was for the streets. You can actually make any effing type of song you want and chart without a mainstream radio or TV. They can't control it anymore. 1-0 to the culture. Bouncer, proud of you man, 10 years, Gypset Day. Never saw this coming. This was a massive moment for the UK. I remember this was bizarre because under the post, Gig, someone who's well respected in the UK, said, hope you got a permit for all that glory hunting. Pathetic. Goal hanging ends. You both make me sick. Whatever talking shit that ain't even facts. Now you're trying to jump on youth's hype and act like you're responsible as well. Fraud. I believe they sorted out their issues, but that was bizarre when I see Gigs comment that. Success doesn't solve all your problems and it can even create more, and DigDat was hinting at issues he had in his own life on his Snapchat.
When you've been drinking lean and all these things, yeah, and you're trying to like break out of it, all these things, people think it's a joke. It's not a joke, you get me? Like, drink hella water. Like, if you know, you know, innit? Like, yeah, man's not trying to take these drugs no more.
May 2019 was an important time. DigDat got a deal with Columbia Records. The deal was reportedly worth just under $1 million for a year, with specifics including a $300k advance plus additional $50k for living expenses. The deal was negotiated by his team and manager Bouncer.
First thing that happened, I remember Columbia UK was like, who's your favorite artist to DigDat? We all said NBA Youngboy, A Boogie, Little TJ. Oh, Little TJ signed to Columbia USA. Let's reach out to Columbia USA to see if we can get DigDat and Little TJ. Straight away, within a week, they sent over an open verse. Little TJ's coming to the UK to perform. Little TJ's most famous tracks, FN, is featuring DigDat. Well, Columbia UK done that. The relationship got built from there. Little TJ brought out DigDat. The relationship got built from there. When you're signed to a record label, doesn't mean you're an industry plant. It's just positioning.
Then they had contract issues. DigDat and Bouncer, his manager at the time, had a falling out which led to professional separation. Bouncer claimed he was instrumental in securing a deal, including getting DigDat a mansion to live in, but DigDat later decided he didn't want Bouncer, Little Man, to live in a mansion with him. Additionally, there was no formal manager agreement, which led to disputes over unpaid management fees, with Bouncer claiming DigDat owed him money.
When Joe was 13, so even when he's even rapping, he went to prison, so it's not really real. Do you know what I mean? He's just a rapper. Do you know what I mean? My friend Wayne's jacket. If my brother's got a video shoot and I've got my watch, I'll take off my watch. Go on, you get me? Cause that's, I get it. I get what kids want to see. I get what the girls want to see. You know what I mean? And his clothes, I funded it. I funded everything. Like everything, the whole drip, the jacket in the video was my friend video. Bear in mind, the vault, that's man's people. So whenever man's hitting up the vault for jewelry, they're there, they give a man the jewelry. Even though man, at that time I had my own jewelry, but DigDat, he didn't have no jewelry then, so they would always support man highly. Do you know what I mean? The chain. DigDat, Crept sent me over a track. It's got Crept and Young Ads on, and he's like, and Crept saying, oh, can DigDat just do a verse for Cadet's track? And you know what my man said to me? My man said it's forced. My man said it's forced. So my man said, bear in mind, my brother's passed away, and it's a request from his family, Cadet's family, and he said it's forced. And he didn't do the project. He didn't jump on it. And do you know what hurts me even more? Because the first ever person to bring DigDat out on the show, the first mixtape, £300,000 with 50k on top for him to live in a mansion. And I'm like, we're all going to live together. And obviously the label's going to pay the money. My man's like, yeah, we're going to do that. As soon as I got over the line, my man was like, I don't want Little Man to live with man. So I'm like, bro, I'm not leaving Little Man. I'm not doing that. That is my brother, man. Bear in mind, this brother, all the jewelry you see is sick. Like, it's amazing to see, but he has not paid not £1 of taxes. He's got about a £400,000 tax bill. Brother, it's on your percentage. And he's like, it don't make sense. I'm not giving you a percentage. So he's like, he's done me for over 100 grand. Now you have a young man who's not long come out of the prison system with a whole bunch of money, no management, no one guiding him. All he has to do is release music, not even pressure to pay his bill. When getting this massive chunk of money from a record label, rather than investing in himself, music videos, possibly a studio to use, anything, he goes out, he gets the A Jewelers chains, and also gets a Lamborghini Urus as well, which he ends up writing off.
DigDat popped him, copped the big joint, 22 mil, 72 carats, 560 grams, big boogers down the middle, pain built. What we saying, DigDat?
Like I said, A Jewelers way.
Yeah, fresh home.
Come on.
To be fair, DigDat probably could go and buy nice things. He did have hit songs that were providing him monthly income, but it seems like he was just living a lavish lifestyle, posting with lots of cash and splashing it all. And this is the most important time where you're going to need the right people around you that actually care about you.
Man's doing that curry chicken while your mum's in the fucking house and that. You know how we're getting busy and that. Hey Alexa, take off your clothes.
But it wasn't long until the cliche thing of the rapper calling out the record label and not being happy around releasing. DigDat says, to all my loyal fans, I love you lot. You think I don't want to put out music or be an artist, but you don't know what I've been going through this year with the label. Haven't been stopping me from releasing anything. I'll soon be independent. If you're rocking with me, it's till the end. Stay patient. Over 100 songs on this hard drive. Pain built 14th for the 3rd. From being a big name in the rap game at the time, DigDat was still getting good opportunities, like even appearing in the film Blue Story. Not a major part, but he got his role where he had to hit someone in this film. And then he releases his new project. The songs on this project was doing nowhere near as good as these last songs he had released over the last couple of years. Many people saying they hated it on Reddit forums, and people saying he threw his career away after this was released. You gotta remember, it's a tricky situation because he had fallen out with his label, so he's not gonna want to give them his best work either. And actually, DigDat was getting accused of copying rapper DigDat from CGM. He had posted up this.
Put me in case. 13 I was in jail. 14 I was in jail. 15 I was in jail.
16, I was in jail. 17, I was in chest and they put me in gates.
19 with Joe, plus this year as well with Joe. Fuck, you know. All 17 with Joe, all 18 with Joe, all 19 with Joe, plus this year as well with Joe. Fuck, you know.
And a member from DigDat CGM Striker brings us into our new case, because DigDat is actually accused of attempted murder of one of their members called Striker, who posted up saying survived 8 shots with many men in the background. But in reality, this was a serious situation which changed his life and changed him forever.
But I feel like it was more of a blessing, because 1, I could tell the youths and show the youths of my experience. 2, I got friends that are Muslim, I got friends that are Christian. Do you know how much people, I'm telling you, this brought probably more than 100 people closer to God. People started reading their Quran, people started reading their Bible, they're praying their 5 salawats, they're praying, they're leaning down, they was praying for man. So many people was praying for me because they didn't want me to die. I got kids, I got 2 beautiful daughters, they would have went without a father. My brethren that got shot twice in the head, he got 2 beautiful daughters, he's not here to tell the tale, but I'm here to tell the tale. So as a man, don't get twisted, I felt anger, I felt pain, I felt so many different emotions. But forgiveness is the key. I don't know who shot me. And I hope that the person that shot me don't even experience what happened to me. But my heart is open to forgiveness. I've prayed to God to help me forgive whoever done this to me. Sincerely, not no joke forgiveness, some real forgiveness. Because at the end of the day, this is a vicious cycle.
People have tied these 2 situations together, but we'll get into that in a second. Police were actually called at 2 o'clock in the morning on Monday, 20th of November 2023 to report of a shooting in Notting Hill area. Special firearm officers were among those responding. Officers found a man in his 20s with gunshot injuries. He was taken to West London Hospital, where his condition was later assessed as non-life threatening following emergency surgery. A Met Police spokesperson had said Nathan, who is DigDat 24 and his date of birth, had appeared at Bromley Magistrates Court on Monday, 19th of February, charged with the attempted murder and possession of a firearm with intent to endanger life and possession of ammunition without a certificate. He was remanded into custody and has been there ever since, waiting trial for this case. One of the wildest stories is that this was a set-up situation from a girl called Lila May, who's well known in the UK, and she was getting backlash on her videos like set up like DigDat, and apparently she was involved. The Lila girl was used for promo a lot with Central C, them rumours that she was dating DigDat, and just recently after DigDat's locked up, she was spotted with Top 5. Many people have been saying that she gets passed around the industry for promo situations, mainly than actually dating any of them. People had said DigDat messaged Top 5 after the situation, but he's in jail. I'm pretty sure these are edited too. But actually, Bouncer, his former manager, went on the alleged person who was shot Striker's podcast, and they both said it wasn't DigDat or linked to the girl.
Bare speculation.
Yeah, of course it is.
That's all. Like, it's like,
bro, it's like 13, 14-year-olds flipping.
I know.
15-year-olds, like in the comments, bro.
But it's funny because I'm looking at it. It's not funny because, bro.
Yeah.
Free my man, innit? We can't be having innocent
of course, my man's in there innocent, you know what I'm saying?
The truth will always come out.
Yeah.
So, you get me? That's all I got to say about that situation. You get me? My man, that's a mad thing, innit? You know what I'm saying? That, when my man got gripped, I was thinking, bro, that's mad, innit? You know what I'm saying? That's the last person that would have ever, you know what I'm saying?
Of course.
You get me? But it's just brazen, innit? But my man will be out soon, innit? You get me? He has to be.
Yeah. But yeah, bro, like, even that, cause I remember I done a video and then I was just like, oh yeah, my man, you get me? Man's innocent, you get me?
This is the video that Bouncer is talking about here, and he said he believes DigDat is innocent. He has nothing to gain out of the situation. He's not managing him anymore, but he had said this.
I think DigDat's innocent, but the fact is he's been charged. So not everyone that gets charged is guilty. I think he's innocent, but he's been charged. So I don't know what the circumstances is. Wrong place at the wrong time, wrong whatever. So it's just like, sometimes you gotta watch the company you keep. And sometimes being around the little guys from the roads, from the blocks, who's got a chip on their shoulder, that, do you know what I mean, bro? That don't have no ambition. That's not for you, bro. You've made it, bro.
I watched this entire podcast and it was wild seeing a guy that is talking about the person being charged for shooting him saying he will be home. I've never seen that before on a podcast. He's adamant it wasn't DigDat. Why would he lie is the bigger question in this.
Obviously, the situation around it is just mad, isn't it? Even us sitting on the sofa, you get me? Because it's just like, obviously, you know what I'm trying to say? Just like, do you know what I mean? There's loads of things.
Bro, this is what I'm saying. It's a mad thing because I was gonna even say that, but I was gonna talk about, you get me, mama choosing that. Like, it's mad because obviously, bro, the police, I don't know what's going on in it. You get me? Like, you're nicking innocent guys, innit? You get me? So I don't really like. It's crazy, innit? Like, even the communication
Yeah.
From like what the Jakes was telling, man. Obviously they ain't got my contact details. They've called my mom, took them out. They nicked someone for man shooting, innit?
Yeah.
These times I'm just here thinking, what? Like who? You get me?
Yeah.
Cause like you get me? I'm just thinking who?
Know, yeah.
So when I heard that they bagged my man,
yeah,
I was shocked. I was thinking, bro, man's like,
yeah,
man's from West. This youth's from South. You get me? It's her next,
what's
like,
all this about?
Yeah, you get me? So.
Right now, a date in February 2025 has been set for the trial of the rapper DigDat, real name Nathan. He's accused of attempted murder following the shooting in Notting Hill in November 2023, which left a man fighting for his life. With the latest update, he's accused of attempted murder, possession of a firearm with intent to endanger life, and of course possession of bullets as well without a certificate. He's going to go on trial for that. And it's alright for the person to come out and defend him, but the thing that concerns me the most in his case is the possession charge. If they have found anything linked to him, then he's going to be banged to rights regardless of what anyone says, that he's innocent and shouldn't be behind bars. And they seem to have a possession of a specific weapon that he had, and they found him. It's going to be a very hard trial for him to bust, but he has got money behind him. Let's just see what happens. It's going to be a very complicated trial. I'll keep you guys posted on the whole thing next month. With DigDat's previous, they're going to try and put something across to the jury to give him a long sentence, but it has to be proof at the end of the day, so I'll keep you guys posted. One thing I want to say is a lot of your favorite rappers are doing stuff to make them lit, to make your favorite songs, taking certain things, otherwise they cannot make their music. And DigDat was brave enough and open enough to tell his fans about this, and a lot of people missed this part out of his story when he was saying this.
It's not even a game. You lot listen to music, think yeah, like this shit's all, but when you actually drink it and you feel it, you'll know. Mashallah, obviously, you get me. Done with that, you get me. We're done with that. So obviously, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, new money, you get me. Mashallah, obviously, you get me. Videos, you probably see me in bare videos, like, you get me, for the bag, but boy, I was high, like, I was really high, you get me. I was really high, I wasn't really trying to be here, you get me. I was trying to be high, like, I didn't want to focus on certain things, you get me. But obviously, all you don't see as money, all you don't want to see as, you get me. But man can only show you certain things because obviously, you get me, like, it's like logical, like, it makes sense. Like, let's be actually legal and smart. Man can't really show you anything except for money. And then this man, cause man showing you money. Like, who's popped on my snap earlier? Someone said, all you do is flex your watches and your jewelry. Like, it's about time you get stained. Like, what? Like, cool story. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? But it's like, if I show you other things now, you're gonna say something. No, like, what do you want? Do you get what I'm saying?
There is discussions recently that DigDat, when he was blowing up, doing these big numbers, 30 million plus, 20 million plus on songs, easily staying consistent. If he had the right guidance and kept the right management around him, he could have been as big as a Central C. A lot of people disagree with that, and Bouncer, his manager at the time, addressed it on TikTok. When someone commented on his post saying DigDat was never going to be bigger than Central C. Central C's management is on another level. DigDat is naturally talented rapper though.
Central C, you're saying Central C's marketing team was a whole different level. DigDat was the first drill song to chart a top 20 independently. If that was the case, there will be lots of other people that could have done what DigDat done. So let's not compare different stages, bro. If it wasn't for that song to chart, drill wouldn't be where it's at. Facts. They said drill will never chart. So let's talk about what history's saying. You get me? We're grateful for Central C to be at its highest levels because it's opened up another ceiling. But that don't mean that someone in 2 years or 3 years can't top that. So let's not compare because it's all different times. But just know the ceiling was DigDat. There was no one bigger than him in the drill scene. So you can't now say, oh, you could have never been, because no one was bigger than him when he was at his peak. Do you know what I mean? So just come here, let's look at what information.
But talking to someone that definitely could be up there with Central C right now, a waste of talent sitting behind bars, that's DigDat. And I covered him on my last video. Make sure you guys watch that. I'll leave a link at the end of this. It's my last video on this channel.